Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. She too busy being beautiful, it's busy to be. We busy being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
Getting busy with B.
What we talking about, hey. What is going on? Oh my gosh, I'm live right here in Listen Vision Studios right here on Georgia Avenue. And as you can see, I'm joined on the stage by some beautiful ladies. I have a special co-host. I got Mrs. Wright in the building from the Wright Foundation. Look, welcome.
Again, thank you for having me again.
Thank you. So guys, like, share this video, guys. We're gonna hit some heavy topics. But before we start the show, I already introduced Mrs. Wright, but I want my guest co-host, Kiki, True to Kiki, to introduce herself to everyone.
So I'm your girl, True to Kiki. I'm always out in the community, helping the community. So I want you to also follow me at True to Kiki on your IG. Also follow me at K's Closet, keeping all essentials sexy for my ladies, my families, my friends, and all my people out here, because it's about community.
Hey.
Amen.
Welcome to the show. Thank you. So today's show, guys, I wanted to dedicate it to China. And one of the reasons why I wanted to invite Mrs. Wright Foundation, you always see her in the community doing her thing. I've had her on the show before, but I didn't really know too much about China. She was the young lady that was killed up on 4th Street Southeast. She was 21 years old. And I sent pictures to the studio. I'm hoping that them pictures start to show soon. But I'm going to let Mrs. Wright speak about China.
Okay, I did a little PSA a couple of days ago because I've been fighting the whole summer as far as this women and children violence. So on this website, on this IG called Murder Mayhem, I felt like that every time a female in a district gets slain or gets shot, the first thing that they say is, well, why was she on the block, or why was she standing out there, or why was you standing, with all these guys, when she was in a work uniform. She was on her way going to work. So I have an issue where people keep, always have to say something about a black woman when something happened, when you don't even know the case as to what's going on, or, anything like that. So I have an issue. She was not no bad person. My daughter,
PJ, show us along with the pictures.
Beautiful.
My 8-year-old, she's an author and she has a fragrance line. And China was one of the first people to purchase my daughter's stuff. Every time she ran out of candles, she'll call my husband or she'll see my husband at work. She was doing a lot of work with Cure Violence as far as to try to get the young ladies and the young men to change their lives. So no, she wasn't no angel. None of us are angels, but she was really working with violence interrupters. So I just have an issue to why they're not talking about that.
Yeah, a lot of times what the media do is paint the picture that they want us to see. And we're going to spend some time when we're going to talk about the election and everything, but you also sent me, and like today, like we said, today's show is dedicated to you, and again, it's just how they paint the picture of where you from and try to determine how you are. We all have a story, so I definitely, when I seen that video and how passionate you was speaking, I was like, you know what, I need to invite you on the show because I knew I was going to dedicate the show to her.
Yeah, I have so many mixed feelings because I was born in Valley Green. I grew up in Potomac Gardens, and I was raised in Clayhurst. And basically in my family, I was the black sheep. Like, I always fought. So I was known as Shaw with the hands. Shaw from Clayhurst with the hands. So people used to come and get me, to fight. So it was like once I knew what I had in me, it was over. But from my perspective, I became a product of my environment. So when we don't have nothing and that's all we have is, the young men in our neighborhoods that we looking up to, or we call them fake brothers and stuff like that, it's quarantine. If there's nothing else to do, we're going to sit out there. But she wasn't sitting out there. She got shot, I think, at 2:38. She had to be to work at 3 o'clock.
Wow.
So sitting out where to sitting with what men?
What happened? So she was not the target.
No, she was leaving to go to work.
Okay.
So from my understanding, she had just got, because Sure, well, you know, because you do a lot of volunteering. They had groceries, so she had just left out of the office getting groceries and stuff to give to her neighborhood, and then she was going to work.
This is 2:38 in the
evening.
afternoon.
Yeah, so she
Okay.
had to be to work at 3:00. So I keep hearing all these stories. So she was outside on the block with men and all. That wasn't the case. Like she was going to work. These violence interrupters, they're out here putting their life on the line. My husband is he's not a violence interrupter no more. He is a it's on the tip of my tongue, but it's up from the violence interrupter.
Okay.
Him and two of his co-workers was actually there when the situation, you know, when the security guards came and stuff like that. It took MPD 15 minutes to come. 15 minutes. Okay. And we have, any other time, it's police sitting on 6th and Chesapeake. It's police sitting at the bottom of 4th. It's police sitting around the corner on 3rd. But when every time it's a shooting going on, no police is right.
We losing so many women now.
It's so many
in
women.
our community are just falling. There's so many beautiful women.
I fought for, I think it was 7 or 8 women this summer.
Wow.
It was a young lady off of MLK and Cahoe Road. She was a dominant female. I think it was like 50 gunshots. 50 shell casings that was out there. It was a young lady that was murdered in her house with her children that was in there. It's always something with women, and it's always, oh, she should have never been in that man's face. I'm from the hood. Exactly. I like to be outside. I feel like I would feel comfortable with being outside of my neighborhood versus, you know, going somewhere else. But when I was coming up, if they wanted you, they gonna come and they gonna chase you down and they gonna get you. Or they gonna say, take the kids in the house. It's no respect. So how I feel, if you know this person did a murder in your neighborhood, y'all, I'm not saying snitching. I don't believe in snitching. You
just gotta speak
Take
up.
them out of your neighborhood. Push them out. Make them leave. Yeah. They keep bringing all these different men and from different neighborhoods into these different neighborhoods. It didn't work like that when I was coming up. If you wasn't from Clayshurst, you was not coming around Clayshurst, and that's just what it was.
I feel like the men have to start protecting our women, and you know, now they've taken so many men out of the household, so it's left to the females to defend themselves. And you know, us, you know, brothers and sisters and grandparents, you know, we all grew up in that household where some of us grew up in that old school household where we had the grandma and grandparents, and we had that togetherness. But now, because of our system that we are in now,
we all
cousins,
on top of each
everything,
other.
you know. So I think is a bigger issue than our females, is our men not protecting the females when they are out there. And at the end of the day, like you said, people not getting the backstory of, they're just jumping to conclusions of why she's out there, not getting a backstory of why she was out there in the first place.
Us as females have to take accountability, because from back in the day when it was food stamps and stuff like that, we put our men out so we could receive a first of the month check instead of saying, you know what, you can keep that first of the month check.
But that's what they taught us, though. But you know what I'm saying is that's how they designed it. Yeah. So it's now, only right now, that we are coming together and seeing the bigger picture. You know, seeing the whole picture. And it's up to us to take our households back, to take our communities back, and to know that you should be fighting for your family. Yeah. But we can't teach men how to be men. Sure. Just like, you know, we miss some steps. We start from, as black people, we start from such a disadvantage. And what I'm saying is that's okay, because it's not always how you start, it's how you finish. So you gotta wanna go out there. You have to wanna gain this knowledge. But I'm just saying, it's time for us to love on each other. We living in such a time that we are naturally being tore down as a race. So I mean, it's just time. I'm gonna have a young lady. What's your daughter's name?
Brielle.
Towards the end of the show, we're gonna talk about how important voting is and getting out there to vote. So she's gonna come up. She's gonna join me and Kiki on the stage. She didn't know that. I just surprised her with that. So she kind of smiling. She's an author. She's in the building. So we're gonna hold it down. But I also have Phoenix Warrior in the building. She's about to be joining me next. She's just a sister with a story that touched my heart. I have Alex. Yes. Did I say your name right? Alexis. I knew it was Alexis. I have Alexis in the building. A spiritual healer. She can work hard. All that good stuff.
Infectious.
You know.
Yes.
I met her through, you know, my soul sister, my soul tribe, and you know, I'm just trusting this process of life. Nothing is perfect, but one of the things you always see is my quote: we cannot say we trust God, we cannot say we trust the universe if we don't truly let go and let it happen. You know, so I'm just saying, nothing is perfect, but I got my soul sisters in the building. I'm so excited. Thank you so much.
No, thank you for having me.
Yeah, but and look, we ain't cheat. Your mother's not going nowhere because my special guest is in the building. She's going to join me towards the end of the show. For now, I'm going to welcome Phoenix Warrior to the stage. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. I don't even think we're going to break. Are we going to break? Nah, I mean, just like a quick one, real quick. Come on up here. We'll be right back.
Busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being.
I am joined on the stage with this beautiful soul sister. She has been reaching out to me for a minute. She do her own blog and her own thing. I'm calling her Phoenix Warrior because she truly is a warrior when you talk about her story.
Warrior.
Welcome to the Buzy With B show.
Nice to have me.
I'm excited to have you on, and I'm also just excited, like everything just about this show today is just empowering us as women.
Oh yeah.
And let us know how important we are, especially as black women.
You always gotta show it.
Talk, because I can talk all day.
Okay. So what up, everybody? My name is Phoenix Warrior. Hey, y'all. Hey, world. I blog every Sunday and I post it on Mondays on my website, www.loopyphoenix.com. I go live IG on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Now, a little bit about myself. I started with this whole thing I have lupus. I was diagnosed. I've been diagnosed for 11 years. I just got diagnosed with a vascular necrosis.
Can you explain to people who don't know what lupus is?
Right.
And what it is out there?
Okay, so lupus is an immune disorder. Okay, it do hit our black community a lot, but the percentage is very high. When I was diagnosed at 23, a lot of times they say that it's caused from pregnancies, and we can't really carry children, but God is great. I have a boy and a girl.
Okay. You got the final say.
Oh yes, oh yes. So when I was diagnosed, I've been battling that that battle, but that's why I call myself the Phoenix Warrior. I'm unbreakable.
Look, I got chills. I got chills.
I'm unbreakable. I was just diagnosed with a vascular necrosis that attacks your bones due to medication. So I talk about on my actual page, my IG, my journey page, which is at Loopy Butterfly
I think we have it. Make sure we put it up on the screen so that when people watching this playback, they can make sure that they see that. And there's that beautiful shot right there.
Yeah.
So make sure we get that IG, and so that's all her information and where you guys can find her. Go ahead and just.
So I talk about my journey on a vascular necrosis. It was caused from prednisone, which is a steroids. It eats your bones. Unfortunately, I've been on it for 11 years and still on there. So I just had a hip replacement. In August, but look, hey,
Okay,
so I don't let we unstoppable,
baby.
So I am a teen mom. I had my son at 15. I've been married, divorced, so I am a new author. I will be publishing my book in March. It is called The Journey of the Unbreakable Warrior.
Yes.
So y'all go get these books.
Yes.
Are we gonna so what I do want you to know is that you will be back, and you will be back on the Buzy With B show. You will be back on the Busy Being Beautiful podcast.
All right.
And I'm just manifesting some new things that's coming, and it's strictly for us, and it's just about a healing process. And no matter what it is we going through, a lot of times we doing a lot to ourselves. And I mean, with her, y'all, but y'all don't know, she talk about fun stuff too.
I talk about everything on the blog.
She just had something on Instagram, and she wanted to know how we felt. What was the question?
Can women have sex with a man without any emotional attachment?
Yeah, so y'all know this is all the type of stuff that I love to talk about. So I I'm going to be on her platform just as well as sharing my platform. And like I said, the way we get to the next level is that we love on each other. So y'all, before the show, a lot of times if you watch the pregame show on Facebook, you see me playing Love Is the New Money, because I look for songs that really speak to me. So it's just like that Tiana Taylor song speaks to me. You know, when you find love, that's everything. You know, so I'm just saying, you operating out of love, and then now you got to trust God, the will and everything. So nothing is by mistake. I'm so excited to have a new Soul Tribe sister. That's what I'm calling it, because when you Phoenix Warrior, welcome to the Buzy With B family. Because once you come on the show, it's you locked in. Okay.
I'm glad to be here.
Thank you. So anything else you want us to know? We know the book coming. You will be back before the book drop. When the book drop, and
definitely just the book. IG live on Thursday. Like I said, I don't just talk about one subject. I talk about overall, and actually the topics are coming from out of my book. I just have it a live conversation to see where everybody else is at. Keep y'all wanting more. So just make sure y'all follow me Thursday night at Phoenix Warrior, IG, and my journey page as well, which you guys had seen earlier. But love to be here with you guys.
Thank you. You coming back? Because we gonna get more into lupus and just like a lot of things. I mean, a lot of medical things that we don't talk about. Yes. I mean, we're gonna be like
that is important.
Very important,
people, especially with this being challenged, because this is important. Why we talking about voting today, because they're trying to get rid of all our health care for our definitely our next generations to come. So vote.
Yeah, we gonna definitely talk about voting. We gonna get into that. I would not let the day pass without being here the day before election and just talking about voting. And I'm hoping even from over there, you guys can kind of chime in, because I feel a certain type of way, but I'm gonna kind of try. I'm gonna put it out there. We gonna talk about why we should vote and why it's so important to vote right now in this season. Okay. Right. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
You're not going nowhere. You're going back to the audience.
We got giving up this energy up in here. So
yes. So I'm gonna welcome Alexis. Alexis is a spiritual sister, okay? Oh, hold up. Before I welcome Alexis, what I need to do shout-outs. I need to do shout-outs, guys. If you want to be a part of the shout-out section of the show, guys, you need to submit, whatever I need to shout out, okay? Right now, your IG, all that stuff. So a lot of you guys do hit me in the GM, and I mean in my DM, and I really do appreciate the love, guys. You guys just don't even know. I mean, well, a lot of you guys been riding with me for these 2 years that I've been sitting in front of you guys, but it's just been an amazing journey, and I will always push this message. One step of faith can change your whole life, you know what I mean? And it's not, a lot of times we weigh, success on money and things like that. No, love is the new money. Hey, I live in abundance. So it's just like, you just got to speak over yourself, and just all the guests that I've had on my show, man, you guys have poured into me in such a way that I'm so rich. I'm so rich, and it's just like now that I've built such a platform that I get to share with other women. So if you think you want to get into podcasting, if you think this is what you want to do, guys, continue the DMs right now. Website, leave me your emails. Everything is busywithb@gmail.com. I have my own email address, which is bwb@busywithb.org. So there's a lot of things that I've been working on behind the scenes that, you just got to trust your process. But shout outs, PJ. I'm giving shout outs, PJ. You ready for me? Yeah. All right. So I want to shout out myself. So no, guys, I really am shouting out myself. The Buzy With B Cash App. I cannot do some of the things that I do. I never really ask for monetary help, but guess what? I want to be out there at least by the spring. I want to be able to be out in the community, making a greater impact than, this year. I'm just sowing the seed of just getting out there, volunteering. But if you want to help your girl on this journey, anytime you want, donate right now. The donations is coming from the Buzy With B Cash Apps. This next shout out, I'm so excited about, right? Platinum Yanni. Hey, look, I'm excited about this shout out. I call it the coochie coochie crack. I don't even know if I should be able to say that. Coochie crack, coochie crack.
Or should we say vajacials?
Okay, but no, she's doing such a. I mean, a lot of times we work on everything and healing everything else. But she do the yoni pearls. She's working on steam, spiritual baths. A lot of things like just taking care of yourself, ladies. I told you this is
self-care is important, people.
Yes, self-care is just everything. So I want to shout out the Yanni Pearl. She's in the building today. Thank you. Rocking her Buzy With B sweatsuit. I love it. Who's my next shout out? Who's it? Oh, okay. So I wanted to shout her, Denise Beckes. Oh, that's her name. She is the author. The title of her book is Conceal Her No More. So I wanted to shout her out. I mean, it's a healing book and she's just telling her story. And what we don't know is just sharing our story can be so helpful for the next lady, the next young girl. I mean, so y'all gotta watch out for these books that's coming, okay? I'm sure I'm inviting you to the show. The author, Nicole, you are welcome to come to the Buzy With B show. I'm thinking maybe around like March-ish. We going to be doing like a book show. I mean, it's time.
Authors. I think that'll be awesome.
I really think it's time for, I'm just birthing more ideas as I talk. But I'm manifesting this right now. But I'm going to be, I'm going to put together something with all women entrepreneurs. We coming together. I'm going to find the space. If you got a space, somewhere, we need to work on that. Yeah. Look at these. Oh, so I'm shouting out my, I want you guys to pre-order your Buzy With B slide-ons, okay? Yes, I got them up on the screen, so I'm just shouting that out. All that supposed to be with my shout-outs. My Buzy With B sweatsuits, guys. Continue to DM. I appreciate the love and support, guys. And somebody in the studio don't know that I'm secretly surprising them with their own Buzy With B shirt. I'm wearing it today, guys. You know this one too. You. Phoenix Warrior!
Get this comfortable shirt.
Yes! Welcome! You deserve it. Yes. Thank you. Look, I just did that. I want you to have it. Yes. You part of the family. You're welcome. Guys, so I'm going to take a brief break. A lot of times I don't talk about my spiritual journey. We're going to talk about how we met.
Yes, we are.
Let's talk about how we met before, because I'm going to go ahead and bring Alexis up, because she's a part of, this whole little connection. But tell everybody how I met her probably, not even 2-3 weeks ago?
About 2-3 weeks.
Okay, go ahead.
And let me tell you, it's been a wonderful journey because I feel like nothing happens by happenstance. It's all ordained to happen. So when I met her, I was doing what I do best, which is crafting, because I love to craft. So she met me in Hobby Lobby, not to plug them in, but I'm plugging them in because that's where I be at if you're looking for me. So we was in the aisle and she was asking me some information about how to do what she does best, beading, and it was like this angel gliding my way. I keep calling her my twin. She's like my twin spirit flame, and our energy has just been like we known each other forever, and I am all about energy. So I was so excited to be on this show today because I didn't have my crystals jumped off my neck today, and she can tell you more about that when she comes up. But for some reason, I didn't have my crystals on today, but it's all about protecting your energy, and I'm really big on protecting my energy. So when I felt and met this soul sister and found out who she was, like, I got all her stuff on and everything,
so you guys, I didn't say this, but on the show how I met her, I was actually making my spiritual beads, guys, and these are all the colors of the chakra and just protection beads, and they will be on the website, guys. And I was gonna put my energy into
this is my meditation, all my chakra stuff right here. So so she's doing the beads. I just does this for my meditation. So self-care is important, ladies. I'm always gonna say take time out for self all the time.
It really is. But this is how I met her. So I have these beads. They will be available really, really soon, guys. And I guess I do really put the energy into it. Just like when I see women in my sweatsuits, it's just their energy. I feel like they taking over my energy or something. But it's just always just a super love and just the feeling. So these beads will be available soon, guys. And just protection beads. That's what I call it. So we gotta welcome Alexis to the stage.
Alexis, come on down.
Welcome.
Yes.
Y'all, do anybody?
They not ready for this right here.
Thank you.
I'm very happy to be here. I just want to say that.
Thank you. Welcome, Alexis. So she's another spiritual sister. I didn't quite. Well, go ahead and just introduce yourself.
My name
Can you
is.
show her picture, please? Go ahead.
My name is Alexis Hairston. I am the creator and owner of the Water Bears Cup.
Yes.
It is a spiritual metaphysical store. I do tarot card reading, home blessings. I also teach people how to meditate. And then my products include spiritual baths, yoni steams, healing stone, jewelry. I also have so many products. But I have sage. Sage is something that I'm really into and that I really influence and encourage. I have so much stuff.
So really, one of the reasons why I wanted to have Alexis on the show today is my good girlfriend was so excited about her. I mean, I've been talking spiritual, shout out to Shannon Glover, but I've been talking just about my awakening and my spiritual journey over the last couple of years. I really feel like that's when, I was really going through the process. And on this show, I've never really talked about that. A lot of people, they see where you started and they see where you are now, but it's the behind the scenes stuff that you don't see, and you have to really do the work, whatever the work is. And I feel like, again, love. I cannot stress love enough because, if you look at the media, they instill so much fear into us, and fear is the lowest frequency, guys. And so I'm just saying love is, and that's why, people see me and I hope you feel love, because
I speak
that's
on fear real quick because you know what I gotta say about fear.
Go ahead.
So I always say fear. Whenever you look at it, it's called false evidence appearing real. Ooh. So when you know that that's all it is in your life, you can overcome anything.
You can not only overcome anything, but again, I want you to say what fear is again. So if you
I'm gonna say it again because I drops this all day, every day to anybody I meet when they say I'm in fear of anything, even with the day that we are living in. It's false evidence appearing real.
So I want you guys to take that. That's a nugget that you need to take. False evidence appearing real. So thank you for that nugget. But again, on these spiritual journeys, whatever it is, I'm spiritual. I grew up Christian, and things of that nature. And I think a lot of things that they put inside of us now that I'm like reprogrammed, they program us in a way that we are scared of tarot cards, and we are scared of crystals, and we are scared of certain things that help you elevate and do connect to your ancestors. And I know, that some people I may sound crazy, but if you ever watch, one of the biggest movies was Black Panther, okay? And a lot of things they do, they hide it right in plain sight. They can't just try to imagine something that you never saw before. Try to imagine something that someone never experienced before. But I'm going to go ahead and give it back to you.
Yeah.
I'm really big on honoring my ancestors. I'm actually wearing a necklace with someone that I was in love with at one point. He passed away from gun violence in D.C. So I wanted to wear this because I wanted his energy here, because Cordero was someone who was like spunky, full of energy, and I've been like laid back all day. I've been vibrating all day. Okay. And so as soon as I put this on, I automatically felt that. But I'm all about honoring your ancestors. Mental health is very important to me. Okay. And that's how I got on my spiritual journey, just trying to focus and meditate. Meditating was like my first stop. I'm also
meditation, guys. Yes. I'm stopping her right there because I just want you to kind of go a little deeper on meditation. And again, a lot of times, and that's what Buzy Being Beautiful gonna be about, is my therapist gonna be there to help, guideline, because a lot of things I speak through is what I made it through and what I've been through. So what I'm saying is meditation, guys, once you learn how to control your mind. Everything else will follow. Everything. You know what I mean? And that's not something that we taught, and oh my gosh, meditation changed my life.
I say meditation because there's a lot of blockages that we do not address within ourselves, because like is like, and we attract self. Right. So if you are broken inside, you're going to attract a broken person. So until you learn how to meditate and be at peace with yourself. Because I've been meditating now for the past 3 years, and it was like I was in probably the darkest place in my life when it was introduced to me just by something like how I met her. Just someone was walking past, and it was like, have you ever thought about that? And well, first I was like,
and you feel
like I don't see nothing, I don't hear nothing.
I'm glad you touched on that.
Because I didn't.
When you first start affirmating and meditating, you feel crazy. You be like, oh my God, your mind go wandering, and it's funny. But the fact that you make such an effort is hilarious.
A lot of people don't know that there's so many ways, different ways to meditate.
Guided meditation.
And sometimes it's not about like a lot of people come to me. And that's one thing I love about my business is I'm very open. You can DM me, you can text me, you can hit me at any time.
Most asked question about what you do.
Let me tell you, she read me, so let me just tap into that. Yeah, so this is how I don't let everybody speak over me because I'm a spiritual energy person myself, and I'm more so, yes, I am into the cars and stuff like that, but I'm more like energy. But my energy got to be clear, and a lot of people, so it's good and bad and everything. So that's what you need to touch on. A lot of people don't talk about that. It's good and bad and everything, but her heart, her love, I felt it, and it was interesting. Did you bring your cars today? I'm just asking. I did. You did, y'all. So I'm thinking we should do something.
Mind you, I didn't know her.
She don't know me.
A mutual friend has said, "Hey, I want you to meet someone."
Look at all this spiritual energy coming together.
Yeah,
you ain't got to know nobody. I always say.
So I read her, and she was like,
readings is just confirmation, right? Mm. So a lot of times, and so once you learn and you go through your process and you learn how to trust yourself is everything in the world, and learning how to listen to that voice the universe, God gave us all a voice. So I'm just saying, I was already going through some battles that I was just, I ain't gonna say needing confirmation on, but she was sent to give me that confirmation that I'm standing for something. I think I'm really in a place in my life where I am okay, and I'm rid in toxicity or toxic people, or they written me. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I trust God so much that I'm okay with it. I'm at such a peace, and when people see me, they be like, oh my gosh, you look so, they feel everything that I'm hoping that I know I feel on the inside. So right. You really are gifted.
Well, I say God speaks to you when you meditate. I think that between medications, which will probably have mental health, which I'm glad she touched on mental health, but between the medications and the things that they put in the water is all blocking what we would say our pineal gland, which is our third eye chakra. And because of that is your intuition. I always say men are great debaters, but women are intuitive. God gave us intuition. They gave men the words to debate everything. That's why you always see them sportscasters, I'm trying to tell you. But at the end of the day, that's why the importance of meditating. And also, even if you don't know, reaching out to a sister like Alexis. Correct?
Yes.
I had to make sure I had Alexis. In the hood, we always shorten it down.
Yeah.
So, but just reaching out to somebody like Alexis who can even guide you towards, because it doesn't hurt to ask. It's the question you don't ask. We might put you on your next journey. So,
exactly. I always tell people that as children, we're taught to pray. We're taught to have a conversation with God. When we pray, it's like, forgive me for this, and that. I need this, and that. I'm not sure about, it's a conversation that we're having with God. We're always taught to pray, to talk to God, but we're not as often taught to meditate, which is how we listen to God. God is not, you can't hear what he's saying if you're still blabbing and blabbing. If hey, I need this, and that, you don't have time, you don't have the patience to listen. But if you put yourself in a still mode, and you listen, and you just take it in, and you channel your third eye, and you started with prayer and you started with intentions, then you will, after a repeated cycle, you will be able to hear what God has, the message that he has for you. So that's why meditation is so important, and it's also a mental restart. My son is 4 years old. We meditate before we go to sleep.
Yes.
And there's some nights where, like last night, he's crying, I don't want to go to sleep. And I'm like, you have to. And he may have a fit, but I'll say, let's meditate. And it immediately calms him down.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
Absolutely.
we really, because it's like my daughters, I have 2 girls, they're going to be 2 different creatures, you know, because it's like I had my oldest when it was just fun. And if you meet her, her personality is exactly that. Life is, her name means life, and she truly is just full of joy. You know, with Bella is more calmer. She's the younger one. So, I mean, and she has like a personality, like she's up and down. You got to keep her fed. But it's just like when she have those little moments, I just bring her close to me and I'm teaching her how to breathe. Like, breathe in, you know, control your breath. And then she listens to my meditation music. And now I'm putting it on Zoe. So, you know, sometimes when Bella wonder and go into Zoe's room and go to sleep, when I go check on them, if I done fell asleep before them, it's just like Zoe has her meditation music on, and you know Bella is really used to just connecting, and I just feel like she's going to see everything, no matter what you try to say about mommy.
And meditation music, if you listen to music over, I want to say 432 hertz.
Yeah.
My girl,
I'm on it. I do it every day.
You know, and Janae Aiko has a really good one on YouTube. It's called the Trigger Mantra.
Yeah.
And it's like an hour long. And when you're doing, what I always recommend when people do my spiritual baths, because you take a bath or a shower to cleanse your physical body. You take a spiritual bath to cleanse your aura, your energy. Mm-hmm. You take on so much negativity. So when you're in the spiritual bath,
which is the sage is important when she was
exactly.
But I want to just say this because it came up, one of my somebody really close to me, and I didn't deal with stage until I got to that stage where I can handle it, right? Mm-hmm. And so what I'm saying is, it's stages to this, and I just want to put that out there because where you start is where you're not, you know, when you first start the journey, right? And it's different for everybody. It's, you really, I was scared of stage. I didn't really know, you know, I felt like it unlocked certain things and what you do. And I'm just saying, as you go on this path, don't just hop straight to sage because you're going to be like, what the hell? I mean, it's...
Sage cleans 95% of bacteria in the air, but it also cleanses your aura and any spiritual connections, because we are all spiritual beings inside of a vessel, you know. So you know, we only get one vessel, but we have been here for infinite years. You know, we just return through a different process.
Exactly.
So at the end of the sage is
make sure your windows are up.
Right. Yeah. So sage is a cleansing mechanism, and I was told when I first started to meditate that it's important to sage before you go out, or maybe when you come back in. And I do it every morning to cleanse. My kids be thinking I'm doing all type of rituals on them and stuff, but it's okay. They're grown. I got 4 of them since she was plugging in. I got 4, but my oldest is 19. I got one 17. A 12 and a 3.
You had your oldest when you were 6?
Don't she look good? Hey, I don't know. I don't know how we.
I had to go now. I just want to, and I'll be real quick with this. I want to tell people a good way to balance yourself, and I know you can speak on this, is go hug a damn tree. It's true. It will balance you. They are the oldest living organisms here in the world, and they are older than some of your ancestors, and they will calm you. Mm-hmm. So when I meditate and becoming grounded,
I'm gonna go hug her tree.
Hug a tree. I swear, if you're pissed off at whoever, you will instantly become like, what was I even talking about? So hug a tree, take your shoes off, walk in the grass. These are things that you ain't even got to pay a doctor to do.
And they don't tell us this. You know what I mean? But it's still like
grounding. It's called grounding.
It's and natural healing. You know, it's some things that we need to just take on naturally. I really appreciate your time. What I do want you to do is pull out them tarot cards. I want her to pull out them tarot cards. I know, look, we always get kicked out the studio when the show is over. But guys, I want her to bless someone like she blessed me. I haven't picked that person yet, but I mean, I think I know who that's going to be. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to invite my smallest guest in the building, okay? She going to come up here while we talk about this voting thing and how important it is to vote. PJ, can you give me, yeah, she is so adorable, y'all. She got her fur on. Shout out to Clothing Irie. I need to contact you. I want to get a little furry. Can we go to like a 1-minute break so you can grab something that you need to grab? Also, put me some music on. Get me hyped for the Facebook lovers. Thank you so much for watching. Come on, baby. You ready? You got your book? With B, getting busy with me.
I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. She's too busy being beautiful, it's busy to be. We busy being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
Tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. We busy being brilliant, breaking down your issues with B. The best of being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
Tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
What we talk about, we can talk it out. Ladies news, advertisement, what we talk about. Charity, celebrity, what we talk about. Therapy, prosperity, what we talk about. I'm from the nation cap, home of the Nets. We winning on you, babies, baby, best believe that. We losing all the youth, the black on black violence with straps. Can't depend on politicians, gotta watch our own back. Put the guns down, youngins. Life's about funnin'. Hate to see funerals, but love to give money. Shout out to VA and PG. You see us coming, MDDC. Be more what it do, dummy.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. She's too busy being beautiful, it's busy to be. We busy being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
Tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. We busy being brilliant, breaking down your issues with B. The best of being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
Tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
What we talk about, we can talk it out. Ladies news, advertisement, what we talk about. Charity, celebrity, what we talk about. Therapy, prosperity, what we talk about. I'm from the nation cap, home of the Nets. We winning on you, bammers, baby, best believe it. We losing all the youth, the black on black violence with straps. Can't depend on politicians, gotta watch our own back. Put the guns down, youngins. Life's about funnin'. Hate to see funerals, but love to give money. Shout out to VAP, she see us coming, MDDC. Be more what you do, dummy.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Guys, we are back right here on the Busy With B show, and we are joined by Brianna. I want her to
It's Brielle!
look, we are joined. Hold on, first of all, let me move this so y'all can see her on the screen.
Brianna is my sister's name.
Brianna is your sister name, and I do apologize, okay? You was not on my call sheet, so I need you to hold the mic so people can hear you. So, introduce yourself to the audience, please.
Okay. My name is Brielle Hebron. My name is Brielle Hebron, and I wrote a book.
And she's an author.
She's an author.
Okay. She has
We got the young authors in the building, you guys.
So she's joining me on the show today, guys. She wanted to make sure that I'm talking about voting and how important it is for us to get out and vote. And I have she was in the studio, and her mom was used to a different. She didn't know the show was as packed as it was today, but me and Kiki, we are going to talk about voting and how important it is
vote,
to us.
Guys, go out and vote.
How important it is, and just giving some different perspectives on voting. Like, we can never say who to vote for. Your voice do count.
Yes, it does. Every vote counts.
And I just want to get your opinion on Biden or Trump, or how you feel about, Trump. I mean, I feel a certain type of way about. I don't really know how to feel, to be honest. So
How
give
you
me
feel?
give me your observations and how you
Our
feel
little
about
author. She's gonna tell us how she feel about this vote.
So, what I feel about Donald Trump? Okay,
Yes, I'm listening.
Donald Trump is a bad president. There should be a new president. He shouldn't be our president because he's racist. He don't like black people.
Okay. Okay. Is that like really? So that is one of the hangups that I have with Trump. Biden. I think. So what I am going to say, and I don't know if this is too much, but what I am going to say is Donald Trump is not the first racist president. However, he is the first president that, to me, that has divided a culture,
A whole generation.
and in such a way that we are so divided. I feel like Obama brought us together. Trump is just, you blatant. You can be a KKK or whatever. And I mean, just the way that we are so divided as a community is one of the biggest hangups that I have with Donald Trump. So if you feel, so how you feel about Joe Biden?
Okay, I don't really know about him, but I still think he should be our president.
Okay, and see that I think that's what
She
most
should
people
run for president.
You know, look, I might write you in on the ballot. But a lot of people, that is a lot of people think. What do you really know about Joe Biden, and are we in better hands with Joe? I mean, do you really know some of the things that he wants to do? This, like I said, I really feel a certain type of way. I think one of my biggest things with Donald Trump is just the racism and just the division and just the white police officers just feeling like it's okay. We had Miss Wright in the building, and I'm learning to keep my ear to the street. But the police officer that ran down the guy, the black young guy, do you know his name?
They call him Tattoo. So they call him Tattoo. I don't know his real name. I know he have a picture of a devil on him.
That's the cop, right?
That's the cop. And from my understanding,
We not giving him no love, but I was saying, do you know the victim?
He was haunting that child for weeks. Like, they have reports and all of that. So they just making it seem like he was just driving a illegal moped. That's the moped that I could go and take a stand and run it off the street. So, because he didn't have a helmet on.
Wow.
Wow. It wasn't like he was on a dirt bike. He was on a moped that you could rent from the street, and then they're not trying to release. They wasn't trying to release the whole thing. So business owners released their cameras, and it showed that they was turning the lights on, turning it off, turning the lights on, turning it off. So if you wasn't chasing him, or if you was chasing him for the right reason, why would you turn off the lights and turn it back on?
Yeah. So I just wanted to show some love, but that's one of the things that is just huge in our communities. This racism, it have to stop. Do you need to add anything else before? Why is it important to get out and vote? Because she just don't want Trump to be president.
Generation, so you gotta tell them why is it important. For all your friends out there who are listening to you today, and plug in your school and all your best friends real quick before we have to leave. You gotta tell everybody who you want. Give them a shout out real quick. And then
go ahead, plug. It's your turn.
It's your time.
So,
You gotta look in the camera so they can see you.
Don't be shy.
We with you. You know what?
Where she go to school, Ma?
Van Ness Elementary.
Okay, so shout out to her school.
Shout out, Van
Y'all doing something right.
Yeah.
I got her on the stage, okay?
Yes.
So thank you so much for joining me on the Buzy With B show. I'm so not used to.
And what's the name of your book? Tell everybody where to get your book, and what's the name of it?
it's called Pretty Brown Girl ADHD.
Yeah.
Buy it on Amazon.
Come get this young author's book. She is a phenomenal person.
And I do have my copy, okay?
Yeah.
So guys, again, okay, I had to look. As I close out the show, guys, I cannot say how grateful I am to just the love in the studio. It's so dope, guys. Just every week, each and every Monday, I've been at this for 2 years, just to see how you guys continue to show up for your girl, to go on this ride with me, this journey with me, guys. And like I said, a lot of times I don't sit here and always, talk about myself, because I give it all to God, but I'm just saying you really have to trust your process, even when you don't understand it. And I mean, sometimes your family become your friends. You know, your friends show up more than what you was born with. Blood don't always make you family. Blood does not always make you family. So I just want to shout out to these beautiful women that time after time they showing up for me. So thank you. I cannot thank you enough. And to my new extended family that's going to help me on my journey, I see you. You are in the building, and I appreciate you guys so much. Next week, guys, if you know any artists, okay? If you know any artists, and I'm going to be doing this, okay? This is something that I'm going to be doing. It's just another way to kind of bring some money into the house to do what I'm doing with you guys each and every week. But, guys, submit your songs, guys, and you can submit your songs, Cash App. $10 to submit your song, okay? But next week is going to be a great show of just our local musicians. I had some help putting this show together. I have a couple of artists that's just been in my inbox. I'm excited. So it's a party. Yes. It's a party. It's going down. Shout out to my look, I can't even give her a shout out right now. Can I shout my baby out? Because you know what? Who is your baby? My baby, my daughter, Kaven. Follow her at K's Elevator Art. She's an artist. She's going to school for architecture. Her school dropped off. She's going to get a scholarship. She was one of the second top kids in her school at Phelps Senior High School in DC. So I have to just shout her out. I told her I'd plug her in. Shout her out. Plug her in. I'm a proud mom. You should be. We are at the end of the show. Whenever you see that door open and that signal, guys, it's coming to the end of the show. Yes. When I say it was really, really packed filled, I cannot be grateful enough. I cannot wait. Phoenix. Shout out to Phoenix Boy. Alexis, thank you. Shout out to Mrs. Glover. And Coochie Crack. Guys, I mean, for real, women, it's all about rest in peace, China. Rest in peace. Thank you. I hope you guys. The show is dedicated to you. The show is dedicated to you and your family. Darren Thompson. I just wanted to send you some love. That's who I knew of my generation, but I wanted to send you and your family some love and just we here with you. Okay, our prayers are with you. Okay, guys, each and every Monday, right here. And on the Listen Vision Studios, Buzy With B Mondays, guys. Next week, be ready to party, okay? See ya. Peace. With B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. She too busy being beautiful, it's busy to be. We busy being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
Getting busy with B,